Hello everyone, it's Jen. Welcome back to another SCT Sampler Kit video. Today I'm going to be making 7 cards using the July 2021 kit with the theme Wish. So I'm just going to show you here quickly as I'm unboxing my kit, everything that I received. Now the kits can be a little bit different because they curate them by giving little bits and pieces from different collections. So typically there are 2 collections. This month we received one from Pinkfresh Studio, the Happy Blooms collection, as well as some exclusive pattern papers from the Stamp Market. So they're very beautiful. There's a mix of soft pastel colors with bright, bold, kind of graphic patterns. Some yellows, some greens, some blues, lots of pinks, lots of florals. So really pretty. I will leave all the products that I use in the description box below, as well as links to sign up for the SCT Sampler. It's a very affordable kit, super fun to get a little bit of happy mail every month. So in addition to the pattern papers, I received this little pocket card, 3 white tags, some puffy stickers, and then some ephemera. So I got a couple of floral ephemera plus these little chipboard pieces in this like lime green or citron green color. The acrylic word for the month based on the theme of the kit, which is Wish. I got some enamel dots. And then they also included this month a 4x4 storage envelope that you can use for stamps or dies, and an exclusive, no, it's not exclusive, sorry, the Sunflower Bliss stamp by the Stamp Market, which they have just released the dies for. So I will leave those linked below as well. So let's move into the card making. So for card number 1, I was inspired by the MFT card sketch number 244. When I was originally planning this card, I thought I was going to use one of the tags, but then I ended up switching it out for a circle of pattern paper. So I do not really follow this card sketch, but it did provide the inspiration definitely for the layers here with the floral background and then another rectangle pattern paper in the center, and I chose the plaid one. Then I'm going to use this soft pink, well, plaid or gingham, I guess they are. They're not really plaid, they're more gingham. And then a strip of this yellow pattern paper to bring in the yellow from the floral paper that I'm using in my background. And I just cut that down either side into a fishtail banner. And then I used some of the Catherine Pooler ink in Juniper Mist to stamp my sentiment, "Thank you very much," which comes from the Stamp Market stamp. And then I added my little flower puffy sticker, and for some final touches, I decided to add some of the enamel dots that came in this month's kit. So here's a close-up look of card number 1, and then we'll move on to card number 2, which is a very simple card design. So I'm using one of my favorite die sets. These are the stitched scalloped rectangles from Honeybee Stamps, and I use this beautiful soft pink paper for my background. So this card is really inspired by the butterfly puffy sticker that I got in my kit. So I used some coordinating lime green or citron green cardstock and cut a scalloped circle to kind of add some nice detail behind this very kind of plain white circle that I'm using for my sentiment. And for this one, I'm using my black Versafine Clair ink for the hello, and then some pink champagne Catherine Pooler ink for the lovely friend sentiment, and added my little butterfly that has the pink, black, and lime green, which ties in all the colors. Card number 3 is one of my favorites. Do let me know if you had a favorite from this set of cards. I used an MFT sketch for this one as well. This is sketch number 346, and I didn't do a very good job getting this stitched rectangle onto my card panel, so I did have to glue that down a second time. I just wanted a very small piece of the white cardstock panel peeking out there from the gingham pattern paper. While I'm letting that dry, I just have my large stamp block on it. I'm going to go ahead and add my sentiment here onto some pattern paper. So I'm using that Hello Lovely Friend again. This time I'm using the Catherine Pooler ink in Juniper Mist for the hello instead of the black. I thought that tied in with the colors of the pattern paper better. And then the pink champagne again for the lovely friend. So I'm using this bold green pattern paper for a rounded rectangle here. This is a die by Heffy Doodle. And then adding a strip of floral paper to that left side. Now in the sketch, to the right side. It is to the left on the sketch, but I wanted the floral piece to come out there to the left-hand side off of or underneath the circle sentiment. So that's going to fill in all that space there from my rounded rectangle with that green pattern paper. And I'm just tucking it behind the circle sentiment. And I really love this card design. I think it's super pretty with the florals. And then to finish off this card, I'm going to bring back out the enamel dots. Played around with placement here just a little bit until I got it how I wanted it. I wanted to use up as much as the enamel dots as I could, so typically I would put 3, but I kind of wanted to get a few more on here, so I didn't have any of these left over. In the end, I have one tiny one left over after making the 7 cards, but I do love how they fill out the rest of that white space to the left-hand side. So there's another look at the card with the card sketch. So for this fourth card we're already on, I decided to go a little bit different, a little bit more dramatic, I think, with the white and the black. So I'm using a black card panel here. So this is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then I'm using some of the pink floral paper and a strip of this white and black polka dot paper, just backing that onto some more black cardstock. And I'll just have that strip to the bottom portion of the card. I stamped out one of the flowers from the stamp set in the pink champagne Catherine Pooler ink. And then I'm using a Heffy Doodle Thanks word die here in black cardstock. Super simple, very plain, but I think that this makes for a really elegant card design. Again, using a stitched circle here for the flower. And that card is done, super easy. So for the next 3 cards, I'm bringing in the Fawn Sending Big Hugs stamp set and the die. And I really love how this card turned out. Now, of course, I had video gremlins. This was my absolute favorite card. I'm just showing here that I cut the word out of the pattern paper and I did fill that in. I cut out another piece of cardstock just to fit that in so everything was nice and level. That card pattern paper with the daisies was my favorite that came in the kit this month, and I just loved the soft blue and the yellow together. So moving back to some of the more bold pattern papers, I really liked this rainbow pattern paper. I just wanted to use it as an accent on either side of my card. So I'm using the navy blue paper or the bright blue paper with the plus signs on it for the center. And then you can see how nice that looks with the rainbow coming to either side. And it really plays off the piece of pattern paper that has all the sentiments on it, the hey, the hi, hello there. I did have to trim up my pattern paper just a little bit here. And then I'm going to work on the sentiment or the focal panel, which is the one with all the words on it. So I did back this onto some black cardstock. So I just cut a die circle, just a little bit larger than the one I'm using with all the sentiments there. And then I'm going to use my trimmer just to cut down that one edge. I didn't want any of that black cardstock showing. And then I'm going to kind of nudge that up to the edge of the blue pattern paper. So once that's on, you can see how nicely that ties with the rainbows, like I said, on either side. And then I've colored up the little fox and the bunny cuddling, hugging. They're so cute. And I stamped out the hello word here in black ink, and I just put that above the blue line of words. I wanted that blue to be there to kind of pull the blue from the pattern paper on that panel to the forefront. So to finish this off, I just decided to add a few little areas of dots to my fox just to add a little bit of interest. They're so darn cute. So that is that card complete, and then we'll move on to the last card. So this is a very simple card design as well. For card number 7, I'm using some blue cardstock here. I thought this matched perfectly with the blue in the pattern paper. I am going to leave a little bit of a white border, and then I'm using a Heffy Doodle Hello word die. This one has the shadow die as well. So I decided to cut the word hello out of white and then the shadow out of the same blue cardstock, so that will tie in those two colors. And then I just had these 2 strips of pattern paper left, and I thought they paired really well together. So I'm going to have the green polka dot to the left, and then the pattern paper with all the hello, hi sentiments to the right. So I'm going to nudge those up really close to each other in the center. And then I'm simply just going to add my hello word to the bottom right-hand side. Just wanted to make sure that I had it in a good place where those 2 pattern papers met so it didn't distract the eye. And then I'm going to put the 2 little birds hugging above the 2 L's in the hello. So I'm going to slow this down, show you all 7 cards again. I hope you enjoyed seeing what I created this month. I'm excited, as always, for next month's kit. Super fun. I would love to know which card was your favorite. I'm loving these little hugging critters from Lawn Fawn. I actually purchased that stamp and die a while ago and hadn't had a chance to use it yet, so I was glad I was able to on these cards. Thanks so much for joining me, everyone. Have a fantastic day. I'll see you down below in the comments. I love reading what you guys have to say and having a conversation there. So I'll see you really soon in the next one. Bye.